Okay, you guys, what is up? The King of Lightning is here today to do a video that revolves around my thoughts, my expectations on how the Bleach manga will transpire in the year 2013. Now, that being said, okay, Bleach manga 2013. My thoughts, my expectations, my assumptions, if you would put it. First of all, Yhwach. Yhwach back. Okay, first of all, he's coming back. Yhwach is coming back, and that's good. That's very good. All right, I sound Italian now. Fuck it though. The thing here is that we already know that he retreated. He temporarily retreated because he knew that the Royal Korkat squad were coming in there with their captains. And he had to retreat because his knowledge, his information when it comes to these guys is probably very limited. So that's why he retreated. But now that I'm pretty sure that he's informants. And I'm pretty sure that these informants have told him that they have left and they have, that they are now no longer coming, or they're now the Royal Korkat squad. All they did was just grab Ichigo and Renji and a few other people that are injured. I'm pretty sure that now he's gonna come back with new shit. He's gonna come back with a new plan, some new dudes, maybe some guys that weren't there the first time, and now they're gonna come back with Yhwach the second time around. Also, the fact that Yhwach now has attained Yamamoto Genryu's Bankai threat. The man is a major threat. He is a major threat. And that's good. So the first thing, all right, the return of Yhwach back. Yhwach back in the boys, all right? Yhwach back in the boys. And again, what I'm trying to say here is that Yhwach, granted, even though he did take down Yamamoto, despite the fact that his Bankai was stolen, the thing here is that we did not see a complete holy form. So, which means, and I believe that the only Quincy, the only Star Knight that used a complete holy form during the entire invasion was the Quincy that fought against Kyoraku, aka Colonel Sanders Quincy, aka Detroit Quincy, whatever you want to call him. All right. So yeah, that guy, and he used his complete holy form for like a split second. It was like a split second. He ran Kaku shooting the actual eye, he shot out Kyoraku's eye. Now I don't know how or why Unohana can't heal his eye, but she did heal Hiri and she got cut in half. But whatever, fuck it, whatever, whatevs. Now, when it comes to the Shinigami forces, all right, not Ichigo, but mainly so the Shinigami forces, okay. We are going to see Kenpachi. Kenpachi is now going to train with Unohana Yachiru. Not Retsu, Unohana Yachiru. Now, I do not believe in this year we will see the results of that training. But what I will say, granted, she did spend one day, Yamamoto spent 1 day training Kenpachi. And with 1 day, he learned that kendo swing, and he was able to actually beat Noitra. But I don't see him learning the full aspects of the killing arts in like a week or so. I don't see it. Maybe like a few weeks, a month. But in that time frame, Yhwach may come back. Probably come back. So I'm not too sure. What she may do, or what they may try and do, is they may try and pull a similar thing to what Ichigo's dad did when Ichigo was training in the, in that weird, Dangai realm. But if that were to be the case, then the effects of Kenpachi's training will revert back to his original state after a period of time. So I don't know, maybe, because it depends. It depends on the time frame in which Yhwach decides to return to society for a second go around. It could be a day, it could be a few days, it could be a month. I don't know. It could be a week, it could be a month. I have no idea. So within that time frame, I believe that Unohana is going to try and teach Kenpachi as much as she can, as being the first Kenpachi herself. And since Kenpachi, once he finds out that she was the woman that he respected, then I believe that we may in fact see a obedient Kenpachi when it comes to actually learning these killing arts. Since she is quote-unquote the only woman that or the only person that I respected. So that's number 2. And well, no, wait, my bad, I forgot. Also, when it comes to the Choraku being the head commander now. Well, I don't really see him being all that relevant now, but he's gonna be relevant because he's the head commander. But this year, I'm not too sure. But what I will say is that now that he is the head commander, we will see a Bankai. We will see a Bankai. Because now he is the person who has to lead Soul Society. Mainly the Seirei. He has to lead the Seirei into victory when it comes to the Quincy's, when they come for their go-round. And that is going to require a Bankai. There is no way he can struggle with some Star Knight that looks like Colonel Standards and expect to actually take on Yhwach back. There's no way. There's no fucking way. So he needs a Bankai. Well, he needs to show his Bankai. He already has a Bankai, but he needs to show it. Because according to Kubo, his Bankai could take out Aizen. Well, base Aizen. Not Chrysalis, not, transcended butterfly, white form Aizen. No, not that motherfucker, alright? I'm talking about base Aizen. Choraku's Bankai could take out base Aizen. So clearly his Bankai is very adept at a fighting or something. Maybe there's a situation or a stipulation that revolves on his Bankai that makes his Bankai very powerful. Because Ukitake, when he was fighting at the start, Ukitake stepped in that fight because he knew that Choraku's Bankai had aftermath, or it had a drawback where it could affect the entire area. So, or something of that nature. I don't know what it was exactly, but that's an assumption, and we're not too sure how it's going to go about. But for sure, Choraku will reveal his Bankai. That's number 2. Now, number 3. When it comes to, I don't know what's going on, alright, man? Ginjo Kugo? What the, man? I don't know, man. I don't know. Because, to me, Ginjo sucks. To me, the nigga sucks. He sucks. He sucks. He sucks. And the fact that look, I am more interested in Ganju. Ganju, it appears that Ganju, he's gone hardcore. Alright, I don't know what happened these past 17 months, but he got hardcore. And now Kukaku, Ganju, Ginjo, Tsukishima, and the other guy, the butler dude, now that they are spirits in full, and again, in my personal opinion, the fact that they retained their memory after they died, to me, I was like, but whatever, because it's supposed to be a rarity. Someone retaining their memory is supposed to be an extreme rarity amongst Soul Society. But the fact that all 3 of these guys did at the same time, I'm just saying. But whatever. What ifs? What I will say is that I don't really see them being that powerful enough to take down fucking Star Knights. But what I will say is that the only benefit that transpires around Ginjo Kugo, Tsukishima, and the butler guy, and maybe Ganju too, is that the Fullbringers, well, actually no, Ginjo, he has a Bankai, but the rest of them, they don't have Bankais. They're not Shinigami, which means that the Quincy can't steal their shit. especially when it comes to Tsukishima and the Butler guy. Tsukishima, I want to see him going. Oh, I want to see this. Okay, Tsukishima to me is a pretty beast. I mean, because his sword ability, his Fullbringer ability is pretty damn beast. It is pretty damn beast. So, yeah. I can see him going in there. Now, whether or not Soul Society will accept help from the Fullbringers and Kukaku, I mean, who maybe, probably. Probably, yeah. Because they realized that the first time they got their asses kicked, Yamamoto died. And I'm pretty sure, because the thing about this whole entire scenario here is that Kyoraku is very different from Yamamoto. Where Kyoraku, he will accept the help as long as he will do whatever it takes in order to win. We've seen him do that. We see him have that same mentality when fighting against Stark. He was fairly dirty. He was fairly dirty. Like, he was covered in filth during that fight. So, we'll see how that goes. But I'm pretty sure at some point, we'll see them come to the fray, as well as other members like, Yorichi, like Ukitake, and Urahara, maybe other things that Tetsuya. What was the guy's name? Shit, what was this guy's name, man? Tetsuya Simon. No, not the guy who works with Urahara at his shop, like the guy with the glasses, the guy who was like the former captain of the Keto Corps, that motherfucker. Also, we're probably gonna see the other advisors come in there, like Hiri and Love, like the ones that did not assimilate inside Soul Society. Now, the thing is that I don't know what that was about, because I don't know why some of the advisors didn't assimilate themselves into Soul Society again. Maybe that was something that Yamamoto did. Maybe they didn't want to. I'm not too sure. But I do feel as though there is an importance here, because I remember when the arc first started, Hiri met someone. She met someone, or she saw someone that may have been Quincy related. So I believe that there is an importance with Hiri and the whole entire Quincy thing. But I'm not too sure. Because if you reread the actual arc as of yet, you remember that Hiri, she either heard someone or she met someone that may have been involved with the Quincy. But I'm not too sure. I forgot. So, that's number 3. And number 4, finally, Kurosaki Ichigo and the Royal Crocodile Squad plus Soul King. Okay, Soul King, the origins of the Soul... not the origin, but the Soul King himself should be revealed in this year. He should be. I mean, why not? Hell yeah, he should be. Because we even see that in the last in the last few chapters, the Soul King, he awoke from his slumber, and then we saw his eyes. So will a meeting between Renji and the Soul King occur? Will Renji, Ichigo, and the Soul King occur? Probably. Yeah. I mean, either that or the Soul King and Ichigo, just those two by themselves. And Ichigo and Renji training to actually regain their Sanpakuto's original Bankai strength, as well as hone their spiritual powers and prowess. That will also occur in the palaces or the cities of the Royal Crocodile Squad. At some point, I do see, if in fact things get out of hand when it comes to the Star Night invasion, like for example, maybe Yhwach comes back, and he comes back with Uryu Ishida and Ryukin and other crazy ass Quincy. I mean, apparently, because according to Kirige, there is no way Ishida Uryu's arrow should be weaker than his own. There is no way in hell. So this lets me believe that Ishida Uryu is gonna be fairly powerful at some point during this arc. Now maybe the reason, if in fact Yhwach takes a fair amount of time returning back to Soul Society, that maybe because he is honing the skills of Ishida Uryu, and maybe Ryuken is also along with this whole entire thing. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? Because they are Quincy. They are Quincy. But maybe not, because Ryuken is friends with Ichigo's father. You know, like Ishin and Ryuken are. They do be friends. So maybe not. But who knows? Who knows? We'll see where that goes. Because Ryuken, as of right now in the story, he's been on hiatus, on like major hiatus. So we don't know. But he may in fact have a key role to play when it comes to assisting the Quincy in their war against the Shinigami. Maybe Ishin Uryu is one of the war potentials. Because Ishin Uryu, in his listed still form, was fairly fucking powerful. He could take down a captain on the level of Mairi with ease, with like 1 or 2 arrows, and that was it. So yeah, I mean, I'm telling you that may be the case if in fact Yhwach does take a fair amount of time returning to Soul Society and the Seirei. But what I will say is that when it comes to Ichigo, he will come back fairly. He will come back stronger because he will meet the Spirit King. His powers will return in full, along with his Fullbring enhancements that he had originally. And Renji the same way, Byakuya the same way. Rukia, maybe she may get better. I don't know. I mean, does it really matter? Not really. No. But Byakuya, Renji, and Ichigo, I'm going to assume that they're going to return on the same level of strength that they had beforehand, if not even more powerful. Probably the latter, more powerful. But the question here is, how can Byakuya regain his Bankai when Asnot already stole it? That this may have to do with the guy who was the greatest creator of Zanpakuto, the guy that Ichigo and Renji are meeting up right now. He may, because think about it, the fact that Quincy can steal a Bankai to me makes no sense. Because if in fact a Bankai is a part of a Shinigami, if in fact the Bankai is the soul, the essence of a Shinigami, then how can they steal that? How can they steal that? The Bankai is you, bro. It's you. I mean, they may mimic the same attributes of your Bankai by using the pendant, but I do not believe that they can fully steal one's Bankai. And Byakuya may learn the secret to that while training up here in the Royal Crocodile Squad cities. And thus Byakuya or Renji or Ichigo, they may have a countermeasure against stealing one's Bankais. I mean, Ichigo already does. But Renji and Byakuya, they may have a countermeasure when it comes to actually stealing the Bankais. And then when they return to society, they may spread around the secret, or they may, they may give this. They will give this information to the other members of the Gote 13, and then they will have countermeasures against their Bankais being stolen. And that's pretty much it. Now, whether or not we actually get like the full power scheme of the Spirit King, the Soul King, I don't think so. Not this year. Maybe next year. Maybe in 2014. Maybe. But this year, I don't see it. I just don't see it. I think it's too early. I think it's way too early. Because he is, quote-unquote, a god in the sense of he does maintain balance between the 3 dimensions of the human world, Queco Mundo, and the spirit world. So, yeah. But the thing here that's very unique is that his right of rule does not pertain to the Quincy world and their ice palace and whatever the fuck they live in. So, and plus, the Quincy's own existence negates his own right of rule, considering the fact that he maintains souls while they destroy souls. So, that's crazy shit. So, but I'm done. King of Lightning, be sure to, of course, rate, comment, and subscribe as always. And now I'm signing out. Peace, have a nice day, and give me your thoughts down below on what you will think will transpire in the year 2013 when it comes to the Bleach manga. Peace, have a nice day.